We are back with the DCAU Rewatch, talking about some Volume 2 episodes of Batman the Animated Series, and once again, it's just me and Connor.
Yeah, we've been ditched, once again.
Yep, abandoned.
Abandoned.
We're like those sewer kids and the underdwellers.
Yeah. Except...
And ever since
that's basically what we are, yeah.
And ever since the sewer came. Making us do all this dirty work. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Joker's Wild, Tyger Tyger, and Moon of the Wolf. So, Connor, what do you think of Joker's Wild? This seems like an episode that was kind of up your alley just because of your reactions to previous Joker episodes.
It was fun. It was a nice little fun episode. We saw Joker in a lot of unique ways in this that I thought was cool. Like it was a lot of ways we don't normally see him, especially at the beginning. And the Joker and Ivy stuff was really funny. I thought it was cool having Bruce Wayne meet the Joker. We had that happen once before, didn't we? Where it's just Bruce meeting the Joker. Or did that happen at all yet?
I can't recall. Well, I mean, in Be a Clown, he didn't interact with the Joker, but he was Bruce.
That's what I was thinking of.
He recognized the laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing Bruce meet the Joker like that.
Oh yeah, the Bruce Joker interaction was definitely my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah.
I loved it.
The shots of Batman gliding over the city were really, really, really good. Like, definitely looked probably the coolest gliding shots we've seen yet, I think. Ivy was a little weird in this episode. Like, I feel like every time we see her in this show, she's a different version of herself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think the next time we'll see her, she'll be with Harley. Or no, she'll be in Almost Got Him, and then we'll see her with Harley.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, because, every time we see her, it's like a different version of Harley. Like, the first time we saw her, she was pretty weird, and she was, odd. But this version was definitely not the same as the other versions, which was weird. I feel like it feels like they want to write her, Ivy different every time, which I'm fine with. Like, I don't really like the character too much anyway, so it makes me remember her more when she's when she's differently written every time. That makes sense?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Ivy fan either, so I kind of just like getting a different take each time.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same, but it's different at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. He had a grenade that was like a Joker grenade. I was like, wow. How do you get one of them?
Yeah, I guess he just got a grenade and graffitied.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
a little Joker stump thing. He just stamped his face on it.
Yeah, that's a good stamp. It looked like it was actually part of the grenade.
Yeah.
None of it faded or anything.
Yeah, exactly. There was no little... it just looked like a full Joker face. I respect that. And he has his own casino as well.
Yes. And the whole point of the casino was to get it destroyed and collect the insurance money.
Yeah. It's an awful lot of trouble to go through for just that casino, but I respect it. I respect the hustle. And then the Kaiser guy, did you think he took down Batman a little bit too easily?
Oh yeah, that seems to happen a lot in this stretch of episodes we're about to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, there's a couple more times in future episodes that I want to bring that up. But yeah, in this one I was like, wow, you didn't really put up too much of a fight there, did you, Batman? But yeah, it was a good episode. It was fun. It was nice to see kind of a unique take on Joker. And there was I thought it was a little bit weird, but it was different.
So you're saying this is better than the Laughing Fish?
Yes, I am. Very much so. Very much so.
Okay, I have to disagree with that, but
oh really?
I really enjoyed the opening breakout scene with Joker and then the Joker Bruce dynamic. Those were like the two things I really did enjoy. And then after that, the episode kind of fell off a little bit, but it never got bad. So
yeah, I agree with that.
It was overall enjoyable. There's a few nitpicks here and there, like Batman getting captured by Kaiser way too easily.
It gets weird, but it's not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a way that still kind of keeps your attention, keeps you entertained.
Yeah, and also Batman dresses fast. When he left as Bruce Wayne, he immediately came back in as Batman.
Maybe he gets some help from Superman or something. I don't know. Superman he hits the S on his signal watch and Superman flies in and dresses him.
Well, actually, in this universe, he hasn't met Superman yet.
Well, you never. Maybe it's Superboy.
Well, maybe.
Thought that. Maybe.
Because he's not in this universe at all, or is he?
Yeah, we'll find out. Maybe at some point in the future.
Yeah, I've never seen Static Shocker's Zeta Project, so maybe he shows up in one
Oh
of those
yeah, maybe
shows.
he's in there. Or maybe in one of the DCAU movies they make, because they're still making them.
Yeah.
We'll see a Superboy movie.
Yeah, maybe. So, and also the breakout scene, I kind of like how he was, like, menacing, non-violent, and comedic all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you didn't want to mess with him, but he didn't have that kind of feel where, like, you'd think that he could just kill anybody at any time, which is kind of cool.
When the two guards are, like, coming down the hallway and he has the bucket, he's like, "What's in the pill? Could it be a deadly poison or maybe some soapy water to make the floor all slippery?"
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, okay, so, Connor, what would you give this episode?
I'd give it a B.
Okay.
Solid B.
Completely agree. We're on the same
page
so far, Connor. Yes.
Okay, we'll see with Tyger Tyger, because I feel we're going to have conflicting opinions on that.
So, Tyger, Connor, you were talking about Catman a few episodes back. You finally...
I was. I'm always talking about Catman.
You finally got a Catman in a sense, so...
Yeah, I did. It was Catman, but not in the way I wanted it to be Catman. More in a, I don't like this kind of way.
Well, you kind of... this is going to be a long time down the road, but you kind of get a Catman in one of the Justice League episodes. Do you remember the... You've seen Justice League before?
I don't really... Yeah, I have. I've only seen it one time, though, and it was years ago.
Okay, it was... I won't spoil it for you, then. Well, I mean, I probably could, and you would not remember because it's going to be a few years from now, but...
yeah, the way we're going, yeah, definitely.
So yeah, Tyger, Connor, what do you think of Catwoman being transformed into an actual cat creature?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. I loved absolutely nothing about this episode.
Okay, you were getting scared for a minute.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a freak out there. But I don't know who wanted to just turn Selena straight up into a cat.
See,
who wanted to do that?
When I told you that there weren't many good Catwoman episodes in the show, this is the main episode I was referring to.
Oh, really?
Yes, because
this is the one episode you think of?
Yeah, yes, because this is like the one episode that I don't like, but it just sticks in my memory. I'm like, and I'm not even a huge Catwoman fan, but I'm like, why did you do that?
It's like, I don't like Catwoman, but she deserves better than this.
I mean, it's not that I don't like her. She's fine, but like I don't like her as much as a lot of people. But she's still really important to the Batman mythos.
Yeah, and when we saw some Man-Bat stuff this episode. Saw a little bit of Man-Bat.
Yeah, this is.
Well, it wasn't Man-Bat, but it was a little bit of Kirk.
Yeah, this is a kind of. Yeah, he did go to Man-Bat. I forgot about that. I thought that was the coolest part of this episode, honestly.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That's the only part. When I say I didn't love anything about it, that's a lie. I like seeing Kirk.
Actually, this is one of those episodes that, like, the ending is pretty good because, like, the end when Tyger says, like, "There's nowhere for me," and it's just got, like, this dramatic music over it, and then Batman says that quote.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that was a good ending, and then I'm like, wait a minute, it's trying to trick me. It's like they knew it was a bad episode, so they were like, let's just make the ending really good, and, maybe people will think it's a good episode.
It's like they got other writers in to write the last 2 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, that was... I was like, where'd that come from?
Do we ever see Tigers again?
Not that I can recall.
Oh.
But this
that's a relief.
I don't know if you remember me talking about this a while back, but this is kind of something that sets up stuff for Batman Beyond, splicing.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I do remember this.
So yeah, this is like... A lot of times people kind of think of Batman the Anime series in a sense that it's not really connected to the overall DCAU because, like, there is canon within Batman the Animated Series and, like, it connects to Superman the Animated Series, obviously, which connects to everything else, but...
Yeah.
When people think of the overall canon, it's mostly, like, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, but
When I've always thought about DCAU, Batman the Animated Series probably has been the main thing I've thought of, even like before I'd seen it.
Oh yeah.
It was always kind of the one thing I've been like, oh yeah, that's DCAU.
Yeah, it is.
Like even more so than Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah, it's probably the main thing people think of, but people kind of think of it as its own thing at the same time, which it can be.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely feels very standalone so far.
Which, if the original Justice League feels pretty standalone too, it's not until you, like, Superman the Animated Series and Justice League Unlimited, they
yeah,
feel
for sure.
connected.
It's not till, like, they bring in everything in Season 3 or in Season 1 of Justice League Unlimited, whichever.
Yeah, it's kind of like Justice League Unlimited just ties everything together. And
yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but, you know. We're just
like,
trying to avoid talking about this episode.
See us talk about Justice League Unlimited in 2024.
Yes. If YouTube's still around, then. If this whole COPPA thing doesn't destroy it.
We'll be uploading to Vimeo. Don't you catch us on there.
Yeah, we'll find somewhere else to upload to.
Yeah.
We'll make it into a podcast if we have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we kind of already are halfway there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a podcast.
Yeah. I didn't really. I didn't like this episode.
Yeah, me.
It was weird. Not weird in a good way like the last one. This is weird in a bad way.
Oh yeah. No, this is one of my least favorite episodes. So, yeah, we obviously don't want to talk about this anymore. So let's not. Well, what do you think of the gorilla guy?
Let's mosey off that.
Sorry. What do you think of the gorilla guy? I've already forgot his name.
Oh yeah, the gorilla. Yeah, so that gorilla was interesting. I kept thinking it was like gonna be Gorilla Grodd or something cool like that, or they'd be like, oh, his name's Grodd. But then no, they didn't do that. Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, they didn't do that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Grodd doesn't get introduced until Justice League.
That's disappointing. Where's my Flash animated TV show?
Dude, I know. I would love a Flash animated show.
I want it right now.
Yeah, me too. So, Connor, let's go ahead and give Tyger Tyger, this episode that tried to trick us with the ending, some
try to get us.
Yeah, almost got him.
Yeah, almost got him. I would give it a solid A. No, I'd give it a D. A D plus.
A D plus?
Yeah, D plus.
Okay.
Solid D plus.
I'm going to give it a D without the plus.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't.
I officially like this video more than you, or this episode more than you.
Yes, this episode. The only episode I like less out of the ones we've seen so far is the Underdwellers.
Yeah.
And the only reason I would prefer to rewatch this one is because of the end.
Yeah, the ending's and Kirk Langstrom. They're the only redeemable things about this.
Just fast forward.
And even then, they're not even that redeemable.
Just fast forward, play it when you see Kirk. Okay, that was a pretty good scene. Then just skip to the end. Like, wait, was this a good episode? Then you're like, no, it wasn't.
Like, no, not really.
Okay, so, Connor, we're going to some more splicing with Moon of the Wolf. So, what do you think of this werewolf episode?
This was an interesting episode. I did enjoy it. There was a lot of cool stuff in this. There was a lot of very, like, I thought, kind of predictable plot elements to it. But they weren't predictable in the bad way. They were just predictable in, like, oh yeah, I've seen this kind of stuff before. Like, at some points, this kind of reminded me of some Disney story. I can't remember which, but it just reminded me of a very Disney kind of thing, especially with the werewolf stuff, with Anthony.
I always remember not liking this episode, and I mean, I don't love it or anything, but I kind of think this episode is a little better than it should have been. Like, the concept doesn't seem
for
good,
sure.
But they delivered pretty well.
I feel like the actual werewolf stuff and with Dr. Milo, that bit's all very predictable in a way that's a little bit boring. But I thought all the Bullock stuff and the bit with Batman fighting the wolf and all that, I thought that was way better than everything else in this episode. That kind of brought it up a decent bit for me. And then there was a bit towards the start where Batman showed up in Jim's office, and you just see the silhouette of his head, and that was really, really, really cool visual. And it was like, it looked a lot better than I think a lot of the wolf stuff did in this episode.
Yeah.
I also like, yeah.
I was just gonna say, they portray the silhouette of Batman like really well, just all throughout the series. Like, every time you see the silhouette, you're like, man, that's well designed, well animated.
Yeah, I agree with that. Then, and speaking of like things about Batman getting trapped very easily, when he went into Milo's office, wait, was it? No, it was Anthony's office,
Yes, yes.
and like he basically passed out like immediately.
This
It's like it
is
was very obvious that
this is the
he
main
was trying to
thing.
trap Batman.
This is the main thing I was thinking about when you were talking about the Joker's Wild thing.
Yeah, like it was so easy to tell that he was going to trap Batman.
It's like
Literally the second Bruce comes in, he locks the door.
I'm pretty sure Batman knew it was a trap because he just,
He glanced over.
he's not Batman, but he's not being Batman in that moment. He's just being an idiot, pretty much. But
Yeah,
pretty sure
he's
he
like,
knew
"Oh,
it
is
was a trap.
it getting hot in here?"
Yeah, I don't know. It was just
Yeah,
weird
it was
to
a
me.
bit weird. But yeah, I thought the end fight was really cool. I liked when Bullock was like, "No, let them fight." Kind of like Batman's got this handled. Like it was weird. I feel like they did it in a way that it could be taken in two different ways because the way Bullock did that little look, it looked like he was kind of giving a little smirk that could make you kind of think that maybe he's letting them fight because he's hoping the Wolf will take out Batman. But then there's also things like he's saying it so that he knows that Batman can take on the Wolf himself, which I thought was really interesting that they kind of left that up to your own imagination.
Yeah, and plus they're fighting on like beside an electrical tower while it's lightning.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's pretty dangerous.
I just slurred so many of my words. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about it.
I kind of wish they would have just left the episode with the bit that those people were looking at Anthony's house instead of ending it with the wolf howling at the moon. Because, I mean...
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't care if you're a werewolf or not. If you get electrocuted while on an electrical tower, you're gonna die. That's a lot of electricity.
Like that's bad for you, buddy.
That is a lot of electricity going through your body.
But I actually did think the ending was pretty good as well. Though, like, not great, but I didn't think that it was bad or anything.
Yeah, like, this episode, it was fine. Like I said, it was probably better than it should have been because the concept doesn't seem that good, but...
The concept's very predictable. That's like my only problem. Like, I didn't expect I didn't really like it, but I didn't expect to enjoy this episode. I was expecting to kind of be like, oh, this is going to be another kind of predictable werewolf story, but it wasn't really.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, I think this builds on the splicing like aspect of things a lot better than Tyger Tyger did, though.
They're doing it a lot these last couple episodes.
Yeah, it's weird that there's just this stretch where they like really nailed that home. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's like there's last episode, this episode. There was a couple episodes ago they did it again, and then there's the upcoming Man-Bat one that also had a lot of that sort of stuff in it.
Yeah, they kind of did it in a Cat Scratch Fever, but not like it didn't actually show the splicing. It was just like disease or something. I don't know.
It was like that's there,
and that's the first episode that Milo appeared in, which is who turned I already forgot his name, Romulus, into the werewolf. Anthony, that's his name.
Romulus is a really cool name.
Yeah, it is. I'm kind of jealous.
I want that name. I also thought Anthony's backstory with the Olympics was kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it added a little bit of depth as a character.
And it's kind of... I mean, that kind of speaks to how some athletes really are. Like, they'll just do drugs to enhance their performance, even if they don't really need it.
Yeah.
Because they just want to be better and, like, make more money, win titles and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, other than that, I can't really add on anything you said. I pretty much agree with all the things you said. So, Connor, what would you give this episode?
Give it a B-. Not a B, but a B-.
Well, yeah. Okay, I don't agree with that. I'm gonna give it a... Oh. I'll give it a C.
A C?
Yeah.
What about Dr. Milo? Do you like Dr. Milo?
No, I don't like Milo.
Oh. Oh. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty... I think it was average, and I think it, just based on the concept, probably should have been below average, but...
Yeah, I agree with that. I was surprised, and not too surprised, but I was surprised.
Yeah, I think I noticed in this episode, too, the writing was actually really good.
Yeah, see, that's the thing as well that surprised me. I was like, some of the stuff was a lot better than it should have been.
Like, all the dialogue, I'm like, that's pretty well written. I don't remember this episode. I think it's just because of the concept I overlooked this episode a lot. Because, like, I've never been into werewolves. So I'm like, I don't want to see Batman fight a werewolf. Okay, so, anyway. That was our thoughts on these 3 episodes of Batman the Anime Series. We'll be back next time to talk about just the next 2 episodes. We're just going to do 2 next time, Connor.
And will Everest be with us?
No.
No.
No, he will not for, like, the 5th video in a row.
Everest is a busy guy.
Yep. He is very busy. But anyway, we'll be talking about Day of the Samurai and Terror in the Sky, 2 sequel episodes.
Oh.
How dare that smug, preening fool try to cash in on my image?
Now who should lighten up?
Don't get cute with me, you red.